extreme underbrushing. Hey, I'm here cleaning out my garage, and I thought I'd talk to you guys about something. I am shopping for another machine. I just got the gyro track going. Bought that machine used, and put about 15 in it. It turned out to be an awesome machine. It's just tons of power. Love the machine, and it was not quite what I bought, you know, what I purchased. I kind of was upset about that, but all in all, I put the money in. I did get it all up and running. You know, like I said, put about 15 grand in the machine. So I guess that's what happens when you buy a used machine. But I actually bought the updated pump. Because I have a GT13 and I got the GT140 pump, and we had it turned up the volume on it a little bit. I had the digital readout cluster put in with the program. All in all, we got the machine turned up pretty good, and it is just an animal when it comes to you know, cutting hardwoods up and stuff, which we were a little lacking on some of the Fecon heads we had. The depth control head, you know, is awesome. So, but we'll get to that. I need to do a video on that machine. But anyways, I want to get another machine. I'm still down the TX, and I need to do a video. I haven't settled yet with the insurance company, so that's why I haven't brought you guys the TX stuff yet, and I haven't settled with TX either, but not happy with TX. No more business with TX. The machine burnt to the ground with it had debris, it had nothing, and second fire it caught. Machine had a total of 700 hours on it whenever it decided to croak. And you know, the machine wasn't well taken care of. It just a sad situation. TX did not step up in any way. They were very rude, very hard to deal with all the way around. They actually have ignored me, my dealer, and my insurance company, and just flat out won't get back with anybody. So, but we'll do another one on that. Oh yeah, and I marked up my wife's SRT8 there. See if I can show you here. That's what happens whenever you leave me hanging around at the house with nothing to do in your Jeep. But here, let's get back to it. I want to get another dedicated machine. I know one of you guys was following me, is a dealer, and contacted me. We've talked about these Raycos, so I went to my local dealer down here, just stopped by, seen the machine, wanted to look at it, so I did. This machine is what I'm thinking of. This is the C100 LGP forestry machine here. Sorry, guys. It's a metal track machine, and it's 14,900 pounds. It's 40 gallons per minute. You know, dedicated machine, 100 horsepower kubota, winch. It's a well-designed machine, very robust, very strong, and it has exactly what it needs to perform at its full potential. And unlike a skid steer, you know, guys are getting 4,000 and 5,000 hours on these machines with no problem. I mean, you know, maintenance problems, stuff like that, but no problem getting it actually to live that long. I'm thinking about it, guys. I'm thinking about getting this machine, and I thought about the bigger machine here too, which is the C200. Now this is an 18,500 pound machine, 200 horsepower Isuzu. You're going to step up to about 50 gallons per minute, 55 gallons per minute on this machine, as far as what I can see here. I might be wrong on that one, but so yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Another thing I was thinking of, guys, is I'm a fan of the Dennis Seamoff heads. I like them, and I was thinking about getting this machine and maybe going with the Seamoff head instead of the Rayco head. So I wanted you guys to give me some feedback on that. Any of you guys that know about these machines, you know, I stepped into the skid steer stuff really hard in the past 5 years because everybody else was getting them. They were really sounded good. They were cheap. To a lot of other companies were lowballing prices, so I kind of had to go with them to see where they were going with this thing. But what I've found out is that these no matter which skid steer you can get, it doesn't matter which one, I don't care what brand, blah blah blah, who's better, who's not, it doesn't matter. They cannot stand up the way a dedicated machine can, and you're just going to tear these things up from get-go. And it's a lot of maintenance. We're looking at our records, we're going through things, and we're going back on old records and looking at some of the other older dedicated stuff we used to have. I've always bought used, you know, because at that time budget always was a big deal for me. I'm stepping up into a point where I can actually, you know, I made good enough decisions to I could buy some new equipment, and that, you know, and I could buy some new dedicated stuff, and it is pricey. But I don't have to be, you know, just looking at the used end of it like I did before. And then when I got into the skid steers, you know, I was able to purchase new, and that was great for me, and I liked that. You know, so the next thing we know, we got 5 brand new skid steers, and you know, and then I started selling all my old stuff, you know, and getting rid of it, and then now I'm basically doing the exact same thing but in reverse and going up to the dedicated stuff, and keeping just a couple little of the skid steers. I'm going to stick with Bobcat. The new Doosan was a really good machine for us. So I'll keep a couple of those around, grab a couple of these dedicated ones. But I've tossed it around on this Rayco, and the other machine I like is also the GT140 gyro track. The weak point on the gyro track is the undercarriage, but the power to the head is amazing, awesome. Everybody pretty much agrees with that. So this Rayco here, a little less power to the head, but the undercarriage is better, and the machine is very robust. And so, you know, all in all, you know, you got one, gyro track's going to give you more horsepower, more flow to the head. Rayco's going to give you a better, you know, solid machine. It's like, you know, it's like Ford Dodge, you know. One's got a great truck, one's got a great motor, you know, or Chevy, which you could say has a great transmission. You know, whichever way you want to look at it. So that's what I'm thinking about. Let me know what you guys think. If you know a better machine for the price, I want to really have a machine that can be durable, stay up and going, running, can take the heat, can take the punishment we are going to put on it. That's the ideal. Stay up and going, you know. And that's another thing. Metal tracks. You know, I'm got some really good contracts going, and I can be out on these metal tracks now. I don't have the criteria as I used to have, and I'm not going to have to worry about residential as much since we're doing so much more contract work. So I'm thinking steel tracks. They do offer a really good rubber track, and they're saying that this thing is really good, but you know, I'm thinking 15,000 pound machine on rubber tracks, I don't know if that's going to work. So if you guys have more experience on that, just let me know. And, you know, feel free to chime in on this deal. But, okay, man, well, I appreciate all the support you guys have given me. You guys have been awesome on, you know, commenting, emailing, talking to me. You know, I've gotten friends out of this YouTube channel. I've gotten to know a lot of you guys and really have a good network. I've been talking to you guys all the way from Tennessee, Arkansas, Georgia, and it's just awesome getting to know people from, you know, out of state and making friends and stuff from, you know, outside my backyard. And it's just, yeah, it's a really good experience for me when you guys can, you know, come and talk to me, and you know, we can put our heads together on things and help each other out, because that's what this is about. You know, this is about me giving you guys my knowledge, and then in turn some of you guys give me your knowledge, and then us, you know, together helping everybody else out and trying to make sure that we maintain a clean and nice market where we're not lowballing, we're not, you know, hurting each other. You know, there is still some shady characters out there, but for the most part, 99% of what I see out there is just good, clean, hardworking folks that you know, want the best for, you know, the community of you know, what we do here. So that's great, guys, and you know, keep up the good work. But chime in on this. Let me know what you guys think. I'm really curious to know what you guys think on this deal. But all right, well, you guys be safe.